I remember him as someone who loved the outdoors.
Okay, Dave.
Thank you very much for meeting us. This
You're
was
welcome.
a lot of fun.
It was fun.
When we dated, one of our first dates is he called me about 11 o'clock at night to come out and see the stars. And I went.
I remember him as being a good father. Just how he led his life, and if I needed someone to talk to, or he was always there. And
he was kind. He had blue eyes, which I really liked.
For Jerry Rhodes, those eyes, along with David's kindness and intelligence, were part of the reason she married him. 36 years and 3 sons later, David died while on a family vacation. That's when his sons discovered their father was an organ donor.
I was actually somewhat surprised when I found out about my dad donating, because it was kind of funny, because I thought, from what I remember, he always was turned off by the fact, oh, don't be an organ donor, this and that.
Well, to tell you the truth, I really hadn't thought too much about it before my dad had passed. I knew, I didn't really even realize that he was an organ donor until he had passed. But, seeing the effect that it has, and just the selfless act that organ donation is, how it can positively affect other people's lives. It's an inspiration, really. Yeah.
I remember when I got the letter saying that David's corneas had gone to someone in Texas and someone in California. He has relatives in California. I have relatives in Texas. It made me stop, and really I cried, because, like I said, one of the first things that attracted me was his blue eyes. I like blue eyes. And to think that he goes on in that is just amazing.
The family says the thought of donating a loved one's organs or tissues can be uncomfortable, but it's helped them through the loss.
The grieving process is a lot longer than we want it to be. It's long and it's difficult, and we all have our own ways of dealing with it.
Just because someone passes away and leaves you doesn't mean that what's left can't be used to help other people.
Yeah, just that, was really glad to see, how my dad's legacy is being continued, and how he'll be able to, continue on.
To help with the grieving process, the family connected with other donor families this summer and memorialized David with a quilt square in the annual Threads of Life quilt, honoring donors and recipients from the past year.
The square is of a fish, because he loved to fish. Was one of his passions.
He loved to take us fishing, most especially.
The death is, you're gone. And yet to see that part of him still go on and not be gone and just gone and nothing is very, very comforting and very, very meaningful. What an opportunity. What a gift of love and life we can still give even after we're gone.
Jerry said she had little time to get used to the thought of losing David. She says if she could, she'd like to give him one last message.
I love you. Thanks for the memories and the 3 sons.